Morning, peeps. So I was thinking today when I was looking over this weekend a lot of these pro archery shop professionals that have their own little YouTube channels, and they're making it big on YouTube and all that good stuff. That they do a lot of videos on the proper draw cycle and how to set yourself up for success so that you can be a more consistent and accurate shooter, right? The biggest thing that I feel like they miss on a regular basis is how you should be anchoring your release aid. Doesn't matter if you're using an index release, a thumb release, or even a back tension release. There are a lot more things that go into thumb and back tension, especially back tension, than they go into index release. But 90% of America uses an index release anyways, because let's face it, those thumb releases, they cost 150 and up, and those back tension releases are easily in the 200 and way more than that. And let's be honest, back tension is it's not really one of those things that most people are going to try to practice if they're not trying to be a super professional shooter in the Olympics or show off to their friends. Back tension's hard to do. It's hard to retrain yourself how to be an archer when it comes down to it, so everybody sticks with a good old index finger release aid. So let's talk about that real quick. How do you put it on? How do you put it on correctly? The correct way to put it on is to put this point in the palm of your hand right there. So boom, put your hand in it, right? You want that arrow to be pointing towards your fingers in the palm of your hand, right? So you want to set it up to where it's already on, as if it was at the farthest point that it's going to get pulled. Ratchet this thing down until it goes, oh shit, if I keep it like that, my fingers are going to go numb. I don't want that. And then find the hold that takes that pressure off. So it's real tight, but not tight enough to me making your fingers tingle. If your fingers are all tingly, then you're one hold too tight, maybe two holds too tight. Just kind of back it out just a little bit and make it nice and snug. It should now be touching all the way around your wrist. Once it's touching all the way around your wrist, you should do the spin test. It should be able to spin around your wrist. Now, it should also be very uncomfortable to spin around your wrist. Something that you wouldn't want to sit there and do for 2 or 3 hours, because you're probably going to rub a raw spot in your arm. But the reason that you want it nice and tight like that is so that when you're back here at full draw and this thing's sitting like this, it's already got 70 pounds of pressure that's pulling against it. You don't want this thing to be sliding any further. If this starts sliding up towards your palm, then you're going to be out here fishing for your release, like, oh my god, I can't reach it, it's too far. And that's a problem. Now, once you get this on here, it's pulled up nice and tight into your palm, the location of your release should be about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch below that first crease of your middle finger. Once you got that all figured out and you're at full draw, it should put your trigger roughly right about there so that you can rest it. And when you're drawing back, you can rest and just kind of boom. Once you hit, like if you just a little nudge, it's going to give you more of a back tension surprise style shoot than any other method of using an index trigger release. But proper installation and wear is critical for you to basically just be the better archer that you can be, so that you can go into watching Caitlin Moss and MFJJ and Chris B tell you how to properly draw and bring your elbow from the 2 o'clock to the 3 o'clock position, blah blah blah. So once you figure out that, how to wear your release properly, how to hold your release properly, the next step is going to be how to draw properly. And then, of course, in order for you to always have a good up and down, your anchor points have to be on point. So, I mean, jaw, string, no string. That's it. So we'll talk about that stuff later, but I just wanted to kind of give you a little, hey, you should wear your release right so that you can actually draw right and do everything right, because a sloppy release is going to be a really difficult time hitting that trigger, no matter which style you use. A little bit less with the thumbs, but anyways, yeah, that's all I got for today. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.